Let me show you some of the new features we put in place with TechTalk. At the top, you'll notice that you have the opportunity for a co-branded login page. People come to, in this case, CLRC and see the logo, see an image on the right-hand side. At the top, it says Articles and Videos, CLRC, so that when people come to your page, they know that this is from you. They continually get reminded. You see here an image of a variety of different topics that we cover. Down here you see the new search capabilities. We have keywords and phrases, categories, common challenges, and ask your questions. Below, we'll come back to those in a second, you'll see the most recent articles in TechTalk newsletter, so that you can scan these real quickly and see what's come out in the last 12 weeks or so. Let's look at the search mechanism. In addition to going up here to the search eyeglass in the upper right hand corner here, which gets you to the search features, you can use any of these buttons immediately. So let's look at search by keywords. When we click in here, someone just recently asked me, they said, you know, you've done an article on gray lines. Would we find it in the database? So let's look up gray line and have it come up. And as you see, in this case, there are two. Now, as with any other keywords, you can change the search by an S or some small modification and get different results. So this will show you exactly what to do to add pizzazz to your documents using gray lines. We're going to go back. We can either go back or we can go up to search. In either case, we get to all of our choices here. Let me broaden this a little. And I have minimized the screen, which is why it's looking a little cattywampus. Normally when you go full screen, you won't see that. Search by category. You can pull up all of the articles that have videos with them, or you can pull up all the articles that are rated at novice level, intermediate, or advanced non-techie. There are the different categories you can search by having to do with communication, or you can search by any of the categories we've defined for technology. Now you're going to get what we've chosen. If you put the same word and search by word and phrase, you'll get even more. So let's take a look at graphics. And that's going to come up, and you're going to see all kinds of articles around graphics, emojis, designing a project logo, page borders, green screens, and how graphics help with that, and so forth. Now, when we hit the search button itself, or if we choose categories, what we see is that in addition to dropping down by category, you can scroll down and everything in this orange lettering is a category, and each of the blue is an article. So do you know when to double and triple click? This page gives you the 10 most recent articles for that topic. So you see here. And because I'm doing this early today and it hasn't gone out till tomorrow, you would normally see a video at the top, which will be there by the time you look at this if it's not on Monday. You'll also see every time you're in an article that you've got the 10 most recent articles on the side. So if we go back to the search page, and you see that on the common challenges here, this is where we've curated answers to typical problems. So if people on the right here have trouble moving quickly between the documents and the programs, and we were to click on that common challenge, you will find that there are 5 articles that we have gone through and specifically selected to match this topic. And some are directly related, some are ancillary related, but they all help you move quickly between documents and programs. Now, as subscribers, it's important to know that you can request not just articles and topics and solve problems, but you can request a common challenge. You can say, hey, would you pull together the 5 best or however many articles we need to answer the problem of blank blank. So that's how we've gotten some of these, like organize your desktop and files, came from Nopal, or it came from Warner University, one of the two, now I can't quite recall. At any rate, this is an opportunity for you. And when you click on Help, you'll see a drop-down menu of engagement resources. There'll be another one called Go TechTalk Call, and where you get your tracking, where you can get your mobile app, and how you can send us feedback on that app right here under Help. You will also see under this engagement resources more buttons, each attaching to another page, all about TechTalk, HowTo Tutorials, Get Mobile App, and Go TechTalk Call. So let's look at each one of those individually. After we show you that down below here, you can also right-click on any of these images and save them and use them in your world. We'll be adding more, and we'd be happy to create whatever it is that you think you'd find useful. Let's look all about TechTalk. Each one of these has information that you can use in 3 forms: a one-sheet, a PowerPoint, and a video that you can see here. This is less than a minute on introducing TechTalk. Over here we have a one sheet which allows us to throw this on the desktop. Sure. Open it up for you so that you'll see that you can use it as is. We gave it to you in a Word document so that you can make changes or you can leave it as is. What is TechTalk? What's in the database? How you can see the articles and videos, and then places for you to put your own links. Those have been sent to you in a separate document. If you don't have them, reach out to us and we'll send it to you again, no problem. So that's a one sheet. The PowerPoint has the same information but in PowerPoint form, and then a video gives you just a short, brief introduction. Let me show you this. Okay, you can see that this was just a first blush to get something here to show you the process that we're creating for you. Clearly we need to redo this. We thought it'd be clever to make it square, maybe not so much here, and definitely need different music. That could drive you bananas. But you see what we're trying to get at here, and each time we do it, we'll make them even bigger and better. Over on this side, then, you'll see that we'll put in why use TechTalk for each of the different audiences, whether they're a collegiate student and faculty or middle school or patrons or alumni and staff. Let me show you briefly. This is different. And so on it goes. That's 2 minutes long. So this is the approach we're taking, and we'll refine it as we go, both from our own observation and from your feedback. If we also go back into the engagement resources here, you'll see that we also have HowTo Tutorials. So the first one was just what is TechTalk and who wants to use it. In this one, we'll have ways to search, how to get the mobile app, searching by category, scrolling the categories, the quizzes for self-development that we're adding to the common challenges, and the common challenges. So these are just the first blush of what we think you might use. You can tell us yes or no or something else. That would be great. Help us focus in that regard. If we go back to engagement resources, how to get the mobile app. And as you've seen in the other video, Deb talks you through all the different ways, but this is handy for you to get the QR codes and so forth. And last but not least, we'll go back this way this time. We've got the Go TechTalk calls, and those will also be down in the help drop down. And clicking on this button will show us when the next call is, how you can register, though you only need to do it once for this series, and what the results of the previous call were. The agenda, the document that gives you just the highlights of what people said so you don't have to listen to it if you don't like to, who the attendees are if you want to reach them, and then the recordings. And there are 6 recordings from this first session. And you'll notice that it tells you what the title is and the amount of time that it takes. So that is all of your resources now, and expect more to come, and let us know how these work for you. Thanks.